we're going live because we just watched the season 2 premiere of Jestworld or Westworld.
Westworld, yeah.
This is the season 2 premiere of Jestworld as well.
It is.
If people didn't realize.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
It's been what, like 4 days?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but we're gonna take the change with the seasons. Because after this, we decided we're gonna go with.
We're gonna go ahead and do Tangent World.
Yeah, when Westworld isn't going, that way we can talk about whatever and keep the
Game
show
of
going.
Thrones, all that.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's gonna be great.
You'll be back for Game of Thrones, right?
Of course, I'll be back for Game of Thrones.
I love Game of Thrones.
I love it.
So,
the best.
if you didn't watch HBO, Westworld, or however you watched it, if you're not caught up on the season 2 premiere, this isn't the show for you.
Yeah, you may want to turn off spoilers, so it doesn't sound like anything to you.
Yeah, you don't want it to sound like anything to you. But we're going to get into it in just a second. I'm going to share this with everyone. So,
I like that.
Yeah. We had a good time, though, did we not? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, it was good.
Had a few technical setbacks, but we made it work.
yeah, we did.
Yep.
All right. I got mine shared. We got 2 viewers. I wonder if it's me and Chip.
Oh, we got to share? Oh, I didn't share.
Oh, yeah. Share it with your friends.
Oh, man.
You got to get savvy here. Travis Griffin right here in the middle. That's Chip Goddard. Because people, actually, there's a lot of people who probably have never seen us or don't know what we look like.
Right?
Or
This is us.
so it's either people watching who tuned in because they watched Westworld and they wanted to see our reactions, or they're looking for a little late night company, and we're keeping them company.
Hey, how's it going?
And they're like, just talk for a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer. Soothing
Gross.
sounds.
Gross.
Right.
I'm not saying it probably doesn't happen though, because
There's
it probably does.
some weird folks out there.
You know it. You're one of them.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. Just for people who are tuning in before we get started, Travis is a tattoo artist. We're in his room here, so you can see some of his toys. And
I'm a nerd. I love it.
the art behind us, that's one of your friends, Jeremiah, did that, right?
Yeah, Jeremiah Lovato.
Yeah. I'm saying friend,
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
more like an acquaintance.
Oh, no, he's a good friend.
No,
of
I
mine.
kid, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's a good guy.
Jeremiah doesn't
like
watch.
Jeremiah.
I don't think he watches Facebook Live or YouTube or
No.
anything.
Nah,
So he'll never see this.
he doesn't even watch TV.
I know he doesn't.
He's a granddad. He's a peepaw.
He is a people.
He's a peepaw.
But he does amazing art.
He
So,
is. He's a really good artist.
I don't know. How do people get a hold of Jeremiah? Do they just put up like banners, or
Come to No Regrets
I have his
and
phone
talk to
number.
Travis.
you have his phone number?
Yes.
You want to give it out live on? No.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't pay
I'd
us
ask
enough
for
to-
permission for that.
Give us a call during the day up at No Regrets, and maybe somebody will have it or something if you're interested. Because he does a great job.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Bo's watching. Hey, Bo.
Hi, Bo.
Bo has like a shirt company, right?
Yeah.
Suppress?
Surprise.
Yeah, check them out.
Whoop.
I need a shirt.
Yeah, send us shirts, Bo.
Yeah.
We'll
Black,
wear them next time we're on
black shirts, though. I can't wear.
No, Bo's hooked it up several times. He's given me multiple T-shirts.
Well,
Nice.
I'll give it back once I get it all sweaty. I swear.
Probably sell it for
I don't think anybody wants to let you borrow a T-shirt. They'll just be like, you
Just
can have
one
it.
day.
Just keep it. Just
It'll have some like red chest hair like matted into it.
Just peeking out.
Gross.
That's with you for life. Sorry.
You're welcome.
People that listen to this show, they already know that it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hi Bo.
Bo's talking to us right now.
Yeah.
Deal.
Travis, before we get into all the show stuff, has there been any tattoos this week that you did that were like just out of this, out of the world? Like, did you do any that you didn't expect to do this week?
Nothing too crazy. Everything was awesome though.
Yeah.
I felt like going
Like-
out the door. I felt like they were happy. I was happy.
You should read some of those comments, Brad. People love you. Be rad.
Oh,
B-Rad.
well, see, Dan gets a pass
Oh, he does.
on the B-Rad because he's from back in the B-Rad day.
Oh, okay.
You see,
Okay.
yeah.
It
From Malibu.
was a phase.
No, shut your mouth, Chip. Grr. Oh man, but we had a great time watching Westworld. We hope that you all did too. that stuff, it blew my mind. So
there was so much, and we were kind of making jokes when we were watching it. Looked like every clip from the all the trailers were from the first episode.
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Which is great because you don't want to give too much away.
There was a couple things that we didn't see though.
Right.
We did not see Logan.
We didn't see Logan. We didn't see the vault or the freezer full of Bernards.
Bernards, yeah, right. So there's still a little bit of mysteries there, but man, there was a lot of questions that were answered, such as we now know that Westworld is on an island.
An island. It's also been from when Bernard wakes up on the beach. It's been 2 weeks.
Right, yes. Yeah. From the time that he wakes up on the beach till the end of the show, there was some stuff that happened that was in that 2 weeks.
Right.
Or, well, yeah, in the show. But from the time he woke up to the very end of the show, that was that 2 week period, the end of it. Because he wakes up on the beach, basically, and at the end of the day, he finds all the hosts that he murdered.
Right.
Sent to the slaughter.
Yeah, they were all floating.
Yeah, which was weird. Like, I guess we're going to find out how that all goes down.
I'm sure he made him run into the sea or something. Something crazy like that.
Yeah, like a bunch of lemmings.
Yeah.
Well, you did see him take, like, the super juice. Like some kind of brain...
to the dome.
Yeah.
I think it was just enough to keep him going. Like, I think he was, dying. Like,
okay.
Because they said he was going into, failure.
Yeah.
So he needed some... a little juice.
Go juice.
I think the whole Bernard story was probably the most interesting to me of the whole episode tonight because we saw a lot of stuff. We don't like it. The way it even started, it didn't start with him waking up on the beach. It started with what I assume is Arnold, and Dolores talking, and which you saw in the previews.
And they kind of flipped it around because it looked like she was giving him the little debriefing that they gave the hosts normally.
Right. Then we saw, like I say, Bernard and his story unfolding, and there's a part where he goes into like an underground Delos floor that apparently he hasn't been in, he hasn't seen.
They needed his. Sorry.
That's okay.
They needed his handprint to get in,
right?
Which was really weird.
Which I mean, why though? He didn't even know about the weird droids.
Well, and then the droid read his DNA and figured he was a threat.
Right.
If
not a threat.
Yeah. If these droids or drones are so smart, they would know that he's a host.
Right.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah. But, I mean, it didn't... Maybe the question wasn't... the question was whether he was a threat and not whether he was a host or not. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you.
So, I mean, I guess. It could have been like a little plot hole or whatever. But, yeah, it was those drones that we're talking about. They were like white. They didn't have faces, but they looked like humanoids.
Yeah. What a creepy helper, though.
Yeah.
You would think they'd pick something nicer to look at, not as scary.
Travis cracked me up when we were watching that because he was saying, he was like, could they have not picked a creepier?
I mean, it looks awesome.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
But I wouldn't want that thing lurking around behind me.
If that thing was behind me, I'd be scared as shit.
Think about even his suit. It would be like the Slender Man. You can't have that thing as a butler.
Yeah.
It'd be like this. Oh hey.
Yeah, just terrifying you as it's dusting the house.
Completely silent.
And how does it see?
Right.
There was a part in the when he was down there, and like I say, it's all weird to me because it's new to him, and so it's new to us. But But yeah, he should know. But she's telling him that basically they're uploading. I can't remember if it was the hosts or the people that are visiting the park or both. But they're uploading their experiences.
Check back next time.
Yeah, into the DNA of those drones. And so what that means to me is that goes to that whole question of, are these things alive? Is artificial intelligence real intelligence? And, what a lot of people think that what we have that separates us from the robot or the computer that actually can do a whole lot more than I can do in my mind. I guess, we might unlock things that we don't even know about. But back to the point I was going to make, or with the artificial intelligence, what they don't have is experience. You see what I'm saying? Like memories.
Yeah.
What they don't have is the experiences that make us what we consider human. But if they're uploading all these experiences now, into these super drones,
Yeah, now they
it's
know
pushing.
everything.
Yeah, it's pushing them into more human-esque, I guess, entities.
Well, what's eventually going to happen, I mean, I would assume, is that they're going to start creating the next phase. Like, it's going to be a robot designed by a robot.
Right.
I'm thinking they're pod people, essentially. You know, like
Yeah.
they're going to assimilate slowly,
Yeah.
like
Well,
get key characters and slowly start building.
every host except Maeve right now still has that explosive implant in their like spine, so none of them can leave except her. So she may be like their one hope of getting out. Like they may be putting all their eggs in her basket, so to speak.
And I think she's kind of
wanna
a good guy in the whole thing now.
I'd put an egg in.
Oh, yeah, I want to put my eggs in her basket, so to speak.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. In fact, we've been talking about what is Delos up to, and now they're trying to push. I think they're trying to push these AIs into becoming real.
Right.
Which that brings me to the Man in Black. William had a great storyline in this episode because he finally got what he wanted,
He did.
which is the ability to get hurt. And he did get his arm broken and shot at the end of season 1.
Like dislocated.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
He's
that's
fine.
right.
He's fine. He's
yeah,
running
apparently
around
he's
killing
good
people.
now. Yeah.
But in this episode, he takes doesn't he get shot again?
He gets shot at. I don't know if he gets shot again.
No, he held the guy up.
Oh, okay.
That guy
yeah,
took
yeah.
the bullets for him.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was close, and they had the guy, and he slit his throat. But it's him trying to. I guess it's the game on ultra hard now.
Right. Well, like we were saying, it's a game you've mastered. Like
Right.
you can't not play it any better.
Yeah.
So now he's doing a single run through with one life.
Yeah, you get one.
Yeah.
And
life.
he's at his save point. He's got all his fresh gear back.
Yeah, he got all his new gear back.
I love the creepy smile at the end. There's
Oh, where he's covered in
just he
blood.
was so happy.
Yeah.
You could see it.
He
Yeah.
got what he wanted. That's exactly good for him.
And the oh man,
Good for him. You
The-
did it, buddy.
the great sequence there where he comes across the young Ford.
Yeah.
And that thing is creepy because it's got like the kid voice, but then it's got like a robotic voice.
Yeah.
And you could kind of hear
Every once in a while, you would hear
Hopkins a
Anthony
little bit.
Hopkins.
yeah.
Like,
And it was addressing him as though it was Ford, like he had uploaded himself.
this game is for you, William.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And we were just kind of talking about that while we were watching the show. And if you guys want to, I think maybe here a couple shows in or whenever, maybe even next show, we might go live as we're watching it.
Yeah.
and just
Mystery
talk.
Science 3.
Have it in the background.
3,000.
Yeah, because we have a lot of good conversations while it's going on too. But it was just so creepy with the little kid Ford, and I think that could also mean that he's uploading himself in all kinds of hosts.
Yeah,
It doesn't just have to
yeah.
be the little kid that was him.
Well, it's going to be him, like the little kid. The little kid will get rebuilt. He's got to. I mean,
He's probably got tons of clones
Yeah.
of that just laying around.
and then I would think old Bill,
That old robot.
old robot. The
That you think Tom Ford's going to be transplanted into. That'd be
Robert
great.
Ford.
Robert Ford.
Yeah.
Tom Ford's the guy that killed Jesse James.
No, they're both Robert Ford.
Oh, they're both Robert Fords.
There's a Tom Ford. I don't know who that is though.
I think he's a rapper.
I found him in a phone book one time.
Fanboy Tom Ford.
Tom Ford. How many? Oh, we have one viewer. Did you log off?
No, I'm on.
You're a real dick.
I'm on. Sometimes that thing, I don't know. It's kind of behind, or there might just be one person watching.
Tom's watching.
Tom's
Tom.
watching.
Tom.
We were just talking
Tom.
about you,
Tom.
Tom Ford. You got
Tom,
to
say-
change your name.
Yeah, type something.
Yeah. Look
Yeah.
up who Tom Ford was.
I think he's a rapper.
Oh, no. Wasn't Tom Ford a director?
I'll go with that.
Doesn't sound like anything to me.
No, there is
I'll
a
endorse it.
there is a Ford who directed Western movies.
Really?
Yeah, and it may have been Tom Ford or John Ford. You might be
Tom
wrong.
John.
Tom John. It's all the same. Doesn't sound like anything to me.
doesn't
Tom-
say. I don't see
Tom may
it.
have logged out.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
We just dedicated 2 minutes to Tom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
But yeah, it was a great episode. Stubbs is back, obviously, so he didn't die.
Right.
What
Last
did
we
you
saw-
refer to him as earlier?
We got it off Brad's other podcast, but it's the Ugly Hemsworth.
He's the ugliest of the Hemsworth brothers.
And then
poor
Floki
fucker.
was on there from Vikings.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the ugliest of the Skarsgårds.
He is the ugliest of the Skarsgårds. Poor guy. I mean, and that's one of the guys is it.
Yeah.
And he's
Well,
pretty,
yeah.
creepy himself.
But
It's in there?
no,
No,
it's
no.
older brother.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
It's Eric Northman from True Blood, like the blonde Viking vampire. The kid that played it.
Yeah. Bill or Bob or
Yeah, and then Floki from Vikings.
Oh, got you.
they're all brothers.
Those are they're pretty much the European version of the
Hemsworth.
Hemsworths.
Right. And the
Fact.
Hemsworths are the
Fact. Put that on the internet.
the Australian version, aren't they? Aren't they from Australia?
Who's that?
The Hemsworth brothers?
They could be. I don't know.
I think they are.
I think that's possible.
Or maybe they're Kiwis. Either way,
I won't hold that against
that's where you think that the island is, though, right?
it could be. I mean, they said it was a huge, like an island, and just looking.
And they
at
were
it, it
talking
was
to a
huge.
nation, remember? They were on the phone with some nation saying,
Yeah.
we need you to give us clearance or whatever.
Does it ever tell what time frame it is?
I mean, I've read somewhere that the current day is 30 years from like now or something. So
I mean,
when Ford and Arnold would have started all this would be just a few years from now, I guess.
yeah. Oh, okay. So a couple other things from the show that stood out to me: the valet.
Yeah.
She had that crown of thorns.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, what was her deal? Because she was working for Dolores and Teddy.
well, because she worked for Wyatt. Remember, she was all part of like Wyatt's crew. All
Yeah,
of-
at the very end, she showed up
So
refurbished.
yeah.
But she also was directing them to come see. Dolores was directing Teddy, like, oh, you got to see this.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, did it cut off or did it ever show that?
I mean, Dolores is just in charge. Like she's
Calling the shots.
calling the shots. She's Wyatt.
They called it the single loss of life on Delos property.
The single largest.
Yeah,
Loss
single
of life.
largest loss of life.
Yeah. So I mean, but we have to assume because the way they've talked is that the only incident so many years ago was, they said they haven't had an incident in so long,
Right.
and we assume, which you know what assuming does, we assume that they were talking about that was the death of Arnold,
Right.
but we could be completely wrong. That could be one of the other times they
Rebelled.
They revolted. Yeah.
I did. This kind of goes back to what we were talking about, William. We noticed this when he gets back, he finds like a save point or something.
Yeah, it was
And
like his safe house.
Yeah, he had like the hat, and they were playing the music again that they always play when people show up in the
Day
park.
starts over.
Yeah, so this is the new game for him, and even the little robot boy Ford. We were talking about how. I originally thought the maze didn't mean anything, because that's what we thought at the end. But he said, hey, you just made it to the middle. Now the actual game is finding your way out.
Yeah.
So now we're sucked right back into the maze thing again.
But remember it's the journey around. So
Yeah.
he's going to have to go like to the far reaches. Yeah.
Let me ask this: what's the girl's name in the blonde or in the yellow dress that was running around with? What's his name? Bernard.
Cynthia Hale.
Cynthia Hale. Well, what if that's his daughter grown up?
Arnold's daughter.
Yeah, or even Maeve's. Like, what if Maeve was much like Bernard and kind of like Arnold?
You got her
know what I mean?
pregnant. You got that robot pregnant.
Are you talking about? Did you say Cynthia?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. That's it.
I probably
Charlotte.
did say Cynthia.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Yeah, okay, Charlotte, yes. So that's what we were kind of talking about during the show was we were thinking maybe, and this was your theory, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
This theory blew my mind.
It's a great theory, yeah.
Was that Charlotte is Bernard's daughter, and he had impregnated, whoever her mother was, even though he himself is, a robot or whatever they are.
Well, while he was Arnold, he did the.
Oh yeah, that
the
it was
deed.
Arnold's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were talking about Bernard. Like
Bernard is Arnold, though, kind of.
Well, yeah,
Kinda.
but I was thinking kind of like the kid that Morty made. You see what-
Gazorpazorp.
yeah, but instead the robot was Bernard.
Right.
But no, you're talking about Arnold.
Yes.
So
Like,
she's
that could be-
Arnold's child that he may have made,
Possibly.
with a host.
Well, did he have a daughter or did he have a son?
Well, it said, the thing that they showed us and the thing that they put in Bernard was a son, but Arnold could have had a daughter.
Right.
They could have just changed it.
Or that could be Maeve's daughter, and Maeve's reliving stuff, and from before.
Yeah. I think that's all on the table now. Speaking of, Maeve had the daughter that she was looking for.
Still is looking for.
Yeah, because she finds the writer guy.
Yeah, she saves his life from the cannibal.
Right.
So it must have been a massive, park-wide message that went out. Because
Okay,
it was this
yeah.
dude was, insulated inside.
Yeah.
It's coming back to me now. Now I get it. This was the theory. Arnold knocked up Maeve.
Yes.
Her daughter, the little daughter, grows
Grown
up
up.
to be Charlotte.
Yeah, which is kind of like what happened with
That's it.
with Dolores and the Man in Black.
Okay.
William,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
So they might not even recognize her because she's an adult now,
Exactly.
and they're kind of stuck in that loop from being 35 years ago.
Yeah. That's crazy. If that turns out to be the theory that if that theory turns out to be real, you heard it here first. Travis
Right?
Griffin.
Travis Griffin.
I want a soda.
Yeah. It took me a minute to remember all of the intricacies of that theory, but it's a solid theory.
Yeah, you never
Yeah,
know.
a half human, half synthetic, robot thing.
Yeah.
You could totally do it.
Yeah, because they say that the robots evolved into being different as far as they used to have a more robotic inside, and now it's more
They're more
organic.
organic, synthetic.
Yeah, but we saw when they
Their brain, it's like a little apple core.
yeah exactly. Their brain was
off
just
the top.
a shell,
Yeah, they have a
around
little meat on top.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool is the creators of the droids or whatever, they took the time to give them an actual brain outside.
Yeah, because if you're out there and you're popping the host in the head with a shotgun, you want to see a little bit of that brain peeking through for it to look real.
for sure.
For authenticity, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else to wrap it up?
No, I just like how it ended. Everybody was kind of floating in the ocean.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Who was that last body?
I feel like it was Teddy.
Yeah, I thought it was too, because it went from a scene with Teddy kind of telling Dolores that I think he was not so sure that their plan of going around killing everybody was the plan he wanted to be a part of.
Oh, so maybe he rebelled, and she was like, "Get in the ocean."
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know. It's crazy.
Bernard was saying it was his fault. So
Yeah, that he had
feel
killed
like
them all.
He probably programmed him in there to all massive,
When he was linked
Mass
up to
suicide.
the other guy underground. Yeah.
He could have programmed. Yeah, he could have programmed Teddy to be the Judas steer and lead them all off the.
The course.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You guys been practicing? We're going to start that band. Right?
But see,
Judas steer.
The Judas Steer.
I don't want to be Rob Halford.
I'm not thinking that Teddy would be the Judas steer. Then I think that's a maybe a misdirection, because the Judas steer lives.
Yeah.
It leads everybody else to their death.
It's true.
So think on that till the next one.
Yeah.
We're gonna record a full podcast and put it all out.
This will be either at the beginning or the end. We haven't figured that out.
Yeah, we may put it. I don't
Neither
know
is
yet.
the show, so
Yeah,
we're good.
yeah. We almost did like a whole episode, and we didn't intend to go
Right.
too long. But tune in to our Facebook page, our Spreaker page. We have a YouTube page, and we're on iTunes podcast. So you'll get to download, subscribe, listen to the whole podcast, and please share with your friends.
Send emails, jestworld@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We'll read those out.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Because Fanboy Tom has done that.
Yep.
And we've had a couple. So if not, we're just going to have to make them up and then name people. So,
Yep. I'll ask weird questions.
yeah. Our latest one was by Oswald.
My wife's watching.
Hey.
Crystal.
Hey.
Hi, babe.
She's like, y'all need to wrap it up.
Yep.
And,
I got to get home.
yeah, I'm sure my wife's saying the same thing. So.
All right. Well,
all right.
Good night.
Good
Good night.
night.